Pranam Swamiji. This is our 21st session of Mundakopanishad with Swamiji. We are now in section 2 of chapter 1. Last week, Swamiji discussed shloka 12 and started shloka 13. I welcome everyone here. The last half hour, as usual, will be set aside for questions and answers with Swamiji. Today, Mrs. Jyoti Menon will chant the last 4 of the 10 dhyana shlokas from Viveka Chudamani. Over the last 2 weeks, she has chanted shlokas 1 to 6. Jyoti?
Pranam Swamiji. Namaste one and all. Ekameva sataneka karanam karanandara nirasa karanam karya karana vilakshanam swayam brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani nirvikalpakamanalpamaksharam yatksharaksharavillakṣhanam param nityamavyayasukham niranjanam brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani yadvibhadi sadanekadha brahmad namarupa guna vikriyatmana hemavat swayamavikrayam sada brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani yachakastyana param parat param pratyegekakara samatmalakshanam satyachit sukhamanandamavyayam brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani brahma tattvamasi bhavayatmani. Hari.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryandam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangai Stushtovam Sastanobhir Vyashema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vridhashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starkshyo Arishthaneme Swastina Brihasphadir Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Today, I am joining from another place, not our normal system. So there were some problems to get connection, and that is why it is some 10-12 minutes delayed. In our last sitting, we had seen, or we are studying the 12th mantra of the second khanda in the first Mundaka. That mantra is parīkṣya lokānkarmacitānbrāhmaṇo nirvedamāyānnāstyakṛtaḥ kṛtena tadvijñānārthaṃ sa gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ śrotriyaṃ brahmaniṣṭham. Lokan parīkṣya. After analyzing the pros and cons and all the aspects of lokas, of course, lokas are the effect of karmas, our own activities. And different spheres of our own enjoyments. These are lokas. That which is being seen or experienced. That is the meaning of loka. So different stratas or different fields of experience, like the earth where we are in, and the lower worlds and the higher worlds. Just analyze all these, have an examination of all, and we will realize all these worlds, all these spheres of experiences, whether higher or lower, are transient or temporary. Shashvanashwarameva vishwamakhila. All these worlds, all these manifestations are nashwaram, with an end. Nothing is eternal. No manifestation is eternal. All are staying for a short period, coming and going, coming and going. And experiences we are getting are purely relative. When we call something as good or something as bad, nothing is good or bad in its own. All these are in relation to some other better than that. In its own, nothing is good or bad. Then how we will measure this is higher world, this is lower world? All these are relative terms. All these are relative terms. It depends on our attitude. It depends on our vision. So, parīkṣya, after examining the pros and cons of all these, naturally, a man of knowledge will get dispassion with it. He will get detached from the objects of the world. So nirvedamāyānnāstyakṛtaḥ. What is the nature of the dispassion or detachment? It is nāsti akrita kṛtena. Akritaha kṛtena nāsti. Akritaha. Kritaha is that which is done, which is created, and that which is not created, akritaha, that we cannot reach through any karmas, any activities. See, through activities, through karmas, through different types of activities, we can make or manufacture many things. We can purify many things. We can bring one material from one place to another, or one time to another. And we can make changes in materials. These are the effects of activities. Apyam, samskaryam, vikaryam, utpadyam. Utpadyam is those activities with which we are manufacturing new things. And samskaryam is we are purifying. Vikaryam is we are making or bringing in changes. And apyam is we are bringing one material from one place to another. Apyam. These are the effects of activities. All the activities we are doing, whether mundane or Vedic, all comes within this. And being established in the self, being established in the absolute knowledge, it is not a state to be created. It is not to be brought from one place, or it is not to be purified. So it is not the effect of any activity. Through activity, what I can reach is temporary effect, good and bad, in relation to some other. So this realization comes. And this is the real detachment. So nāsti akrita kṛtena. Then remains a question. Then how I can realize that? How I can get rid of all limitations? This is the question. Or what is that which is above all these activities? Above all limitations, what is that? And how I can realize? This is the question. The answer is tadvijñānārthaṃ sa gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ. For that realization, he must approach a guru. Guru is the speller of darkness. Gumravayati the guru. One who is dispelling all our inner darkness. Ignorance is meant by darkness. So one who is taking us above the realm of ignorance is Guru. So gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ, one who is residing in knowledge, one who is well established in the knowledge absolute, he alone can take us above this ignorance. So there is no other way than to approach a Guru. So gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ. It is not simply gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ. If it is said gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ, you approach a Guru, then of course we must approach a Guru, but there are so many other ways also. So there are many options. But here it is said gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ. There is no other way. Gurumeva. And who is a Guru? It is said śrotriyaṃ brahmaniṣṭham. Last week we had discussed that. What's the meaning of śrotriyaṃ and what's the meaning of brahmanisṭham? Brahmanisṭha is one who is well established in the Brahman. He is not a lecturer. He is not a speaker. He is not teaching you what is written by others. Of course, he is quoting the words of his Guru or the Shastra or what the tradition had taught him. But at the same time, what he is pouring into the heart of the disciple is from his own inner experience. That is the strength. So from where that comes? That comes from the inner experience. He is well established in that knowledge. Brahmavidyām. So such a Guru, he must approach. How? Samitpāṇiḥ. Samitpāṇiḥ. Be samit in his hands. Taking samidha. So taking samidha is a symbolic representation. It shows just as samidha offered in the fire or in the fire, it becomes ashes. Just like that, the ego, the preconceived notions, so many superimpositions, bundle of false identifications, which the seeker is carrying with him. Yeah, we are seekers. Of course, we are seeking, but at the same time, we are having a bundle of all this with us. With this bundle, we are seeking. I'm a man, I'm a woman, or I am that much educated, or I am that much wealthy. So many identifications are there. And with this load of identifications, we are searching. I have observed many times. The same experience came from different persons at different occasions. See, when somebody is sick, he cannot move by himself, and he is in the bedridden state. And he will cry for help. Oh, Swami, please lift me from here. Please take me to toilet. I want to go. So I am going and attending him. I am trying to pull him up. He is repeating, Swami, please help me, please help me. But he is holding to the side window or some bars on the court. He's holding tightly. Then I am asking him, please release that. Please get rid of that hold. If you are catching that window, how can I lift you? I will not be able to lift you. But the same man, the same man is not ready to do that. He's holding to the window or something. And at the same time, he's crying, Swami, please lift me, please lift me, please lift me. What is that? What is the meaning in that? It's actual nonsense. So in the same way, we are holding to many things of the world. I am this, I am that. And at the same time, we are praying, oh, asatoma sadgamaya. And catching all asat vastus. So this is the thing. And therefore we will stay forever, just like the man. He will be on the court itself. He will be crying, please lift me, but he is not ready to take away his hand. So, samitpāṇiḥ, that is the main word in this mantra. A student, a seeker must be ready to get rid of all false identifications, all ego consciousness. Samitpāṇiḥ, śrotriyaṃ brahmaniṣṭham. So then what will happen? Next mantra says, tasmai vidvānupasannāya samyakpraśāntacittāya śamānvitāya yenākṣaraṃ puruṣaṃ veda satyaṃ provāca tattvato brahmavidyām. Tasmai vidvānupasannāya samyakpraśāntacittāya śamānvitāya yenākṣaraṃ puruṣaṃ veda satyaṃ provāca tattvato brahmavidyām. Let us see the words. Tasmai saha vidvān upasannāya samyak praśāntacittāya śamānvitāya yena akṣaraṃ puruṣaṃ veda satyaṃ provāca tattvato brahmavidyām. Saha vidvān. Vidvān is a knower. One who knows is a knower. Is a vidvān. Saha, that. So that knower of the truth, one who is well established in that knowledge, saha vidvān, tasmai, unto him. Tasmai unto him. That is unto that seeker who approached him and asked, unto whom upasannāya. Upasannaha is one who has approached. Upasannaha. Tasmai upasannāya, unto him. So unto one who is very near to the scholar, who has approached him, unto whom parīkṣya, prashāntacittaha is one with a calm intellect. One with a calm intellect is prashāntacittaha. Tasmai praṣāntacittāya, unto him. śamānvitāya, one with perfect control of senses and mind. One with perfect control of senses and the mind is śamānvitaha. Tasmai śamānvitāya, unto him. Provāca. The meaning of provāca is said well or imparted or replied. That is the word meaning. But here we have to take it as to mean must tell or must teach. See, the rules of vyakarana, the grammar, it won't always apply in the shruti. So we have to deviate from rigid rules of grammar while studying the shruti. So here the actual meaning of provāca is said, it is the past tense. But here it is not the past. It is just like an instruction. You must teach him, you must tell him. So that scholar, that knower, he must teach. He must teach that student who is with a perfectly controlled senses and intellect, mind. What he should teach? Yenākṣaraṃ puruṣa veda satyaṃ. Yena, by which? Or through which? Yena, by which or through which? Aksharam, the imperishable. Aksharam, the imperishable. Puruṣaṃ. Puruṣaṃ. There are many meanings. For the first, we can take it as to mean the fullest, full. One without any limitation, devoid of limitations, limitations of time, limitations of space. So one who is full, that is Purusa. Or by whom everything is full. That is Purusa. We can discuss it later. So that imperishable Purusa, Satyam, the reality, the absolute reality, Veda knows. Veda knows. Tam brahmavidyām, that brahmavidya, that knowledge of the Brahman. How? Tattvato. Tattvato. In all its details. In all its details. So the meaning is, unto that student, he must instruct. The knower, the teacher must instruct. How? In detail. What? He must impart that knowledge by which the student will realize what Brahman is. That Brahmavidya, that knowledge of the Brahman should be imparted to that student. So there comes a question or a doubt. Is it mandatory for a teacher to teach only on the basis of the questionnaires question? He questioned, so I must reply. One fellow came and asked a question. The question was, "Oh teacher, please instruct me. What is Brahman?" Is it mandatory for the teacher to teach? Reply is no. Then the student must have the qualities. The student must be with a perfectly controlled mind and senses. If he is not controlled, if he is not with perfectly controlled senses and mind, then the teacher need not give him the highest teaching. Instead of giving the highest, he can ask the student to perform some karmas, undergo some upasanas, give him some mantras and ask him to chant. You chant this mantra for this much years. We can see that. In the Upanishad, there are many instances. For example, at one place, a student approached the teacher and pleaded, "Oh, Acharya, please impart me the highest knowledge. Please teach me the knowledge of Brahman." Then the teacher asked him, "You go to our cow shed and there are many cows. So you take 400 cows and go to the forest, stay with them and come back when they are 1,000. So taking 400 cows, going to forest and coming back only when they are 1,000. See, it is not an easy task staying in the forest for such a long period. How many years it will take for the cows to become 1,000, we cannot say. We cannot say that. Even if the cows are giving birth to calves once in 2 years or once in 1.5 years, even then, there are tigers in the forest, many animals. Who will eat this calf. Then becoming 1,000 is not an easy affair. The student didn't question the teacher. Hey, I came here and I joined here for studying brahmavidyām. You must teach me. I am a student. It is your duty to teach me. No. He realized, this is the course I have to follow. And without asking anything, without questioning the guru, he started to the forest. And he stayed in the forest with those cows. And one day, after many years, he realized now there are 1,000. And he got teaching from many sources. From a bull, from a swan, from fire, like that. And he came back to the Gurukula. On seeing him, the Guru was that much happy. And the Guru said, so you are seemingly you are a man of knowledge now. Your face is beaming like that of a brahmavid. So you know, you have that knowledge with it. But still, even after knowing the truth, you must hear from a man of realization. And so I will teach you what you already know. Nothing new. Just to keep that tradition. Just to keep that tradition. And that Guru gave the highest knowledge, which already was there within. See? So, the teacher will teach according to the quality of the student. So teacher will examine the student, whether he is praśāntacittāya, whether he is śamānvitāya. That is to be ascertained. And circumstances will come or will be created to ascertain that. See, now we are sitting. One fellow is talking and others are hearing. So nobody is attacking others. Nobody is vilifying others. All are sitting very calmly. I am a śamānvitāya. I am with fully controlled mind and senses. But when circumstances comes, situation changes. How we will react? So Guru will make such circumstances. Guru will bring in some situations where the student will erupt up. He will shout even the Guru. What nonsense you are doing? So, only after ascertaining that the Shishya is praṣāntacittāya and śamānvitāya, then only the Guru will teach the highest. Never a Guru will throw away a seeker, nor he will teach the highest, but he will make or he will give that with which the student will develop internally. Develop means internal development, becoming more and more calm, the ability to control one's own senses and the mind, the ability to concentrate. So such qualities Guru will give the tools to improve these faculties. And when the Guru realizes this, he is praṣāntacittaḥ. This man is of controlled intellect, and śamānvitāya is having shama, controlled mind and senses. Then only he will impart the highest knowledge. And that is provāca. Then after ascertaining this, that vidvān, that scholar, that knower will or must teach yenākṣaraṃ veda, by which the student, the seeker will realize the highest. Immortal being. Yenākṣaraṃ puruṣaṃ veda satyaṃ. What is that aksharam? It is satyaṃ. Satyaṃ is the existence absolute. It is the existence absolute on which everything else exists. All these worlds are moving around us. And we are here. I am here. You are there. What is the base on which we are existing? What is that which gives existence to all? That is satyaṃ, that absolute existence. And what is that? It is aksharam, immortal. That which is having a birth will definitely have a death. But the absolute existence is devoid of both. Not having a birth, not having a death. The eternal being. So by which the student will realize that eternal, immortal self, such a teaching, this teacher will impart. And tattvato, in detail he will instruct, or he have to instruct. Tattvato. Brahmavidyām. Brahmavidya is the knowledge of the self, knowledge of the Brahman. See, to know The nature of Atman. Atma is Sat, Chit and Ananda. We do not need any Shastras. With correct attitude and real introspection, we can realize that our real nature is Sat, Chit and Ananda. But what is Brahman? What is Brahman? The only means of knowledge is Shastra. There is no other means of knowledge. We cannot realize it through direct perception, pratyaksha, nor can we realize through inference, anumana. The only means of knowledge is Shastra. So Shastra is the only means of knowledge to realize, to know the Brahman. What is the base of all these manifestations? What is that absolute reality? So for knowing that, the only means, the only way is Shastra. So this man, this knower, Savidwan, he must teach that student. He must teach that student, that seeker, that knowledge by which he will realize the absolute. Brahmavidyām. So this is the first step in the study of the Upanishad. So these two mantras, that is the 12th and 13th, clearly shows what is the traditional way, or what is the tradition, how the tradition of Brahmavidya is existing here. What are the qualities of a student? What are the qualities of a teacher? How the student must undertake this inquiry. All these aspects are well explained through these two mantras. So we can read once more. Parīkṣya lokānkarmacitānbrāhmaṇo nirvedamāyānnāstyakṛtaḥ kṛtena tadvijñānārthaṃ sa gurumevābhigacchetsamitpāṇiḥ śrotriyaṃ brahmaniṣṭham tasmai sa vidvānupasannāya samyakpraśāntacittāya śamānvitāya yenākṣaraṃ puruṣaṃ veda satyaṃ provāca tattvato brahmavidyām. So there ends the second khanda of the first Mundaka. Now we will enter into the second Mundaka. That in our next class. So if you want to ask anything, you can ask. If I know, I will reply. Namaste.
Arun Babu has a question, Swamiji.
Hari Om, Swamiji. Can you hear me, Swamiji?
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is with respect to today's class. So there was a point Swamiji made that when we are holding to many things in the world, then Guru cannot lift us. So my doubt here is that Guru also talk about doing the karma for the purpose of the samskaryam, if not apyam, vikaryam or utpadyam. So in that perspective, how Guru can say we cannot be lifted up when we are holding to things as a karma, because karma has to be a prerequisite for the purification. Right?
Yeah. For purifying our own mind, karma is a must. We can say it is the prerequisite. There is no doubt in that. See, we are using vehicles to travel. Why we are traveling? For reaching some places. So, I am starting from Calicut to Bangalore. And for that, I am taking a vehicle. And in that vehicle, I am sitting and driving, or I am simply sitting. And when I reach Bangalore, I will have to get out of that vehicle. So it's a good vehicle. It is having a best air conditioner in it. So I will sit in that. I'm enjoying that. It will not serve the purpose. I use that to reach Bangalore, and when I reach Bangalore, I have to get out of it. And it is a natural process. Just observe the flowers. First it was a bud, and then bloomed into a flower, a beautiful flower with attracting fragrance. And when the seed is ready within, the petals will automatically or naturally fall down. The plant will not say, you must not fall, I nurtured you, I gave you food, I gave you water, so you must stay there. No, it won't say. Because it's known, that plant knows, it is the natural course. The petals are there and petals must be there. But when the seed is ready, they must fall. This is the rule of the nature. In the same way, there are karmas, there are upasanas, and all these are for purifying our own mind, sharpening our own intellect. When it is accomplished, they will fall down. In the same way, there are many relations in the world. I am in the world. I am a part of this world. But when I am inquiring, what is about this? See, if I am satisfied with the world around me, or if I am satisfied with the enjoyments I am getting here, I will not go for an inner quest. If I am satisfied, I will sit with satisfaction. Nobody will call me, Swami, you must come. You must inquire the Brahman. No, I am satisfied here. Huh? What is the use for me? I don't want anything else. I am fully satisfied. But when that feeling comes within, this is not full. All these are temporal things, temporary things. I want the unlimited. I want to get rid of all the limitations. I want to have the absolute happiness. I want to get rid of all sorrows in this life. when that is burning within, then naturally I will throw away everything else. If I am tightly holding to the wall or the window, no man can pull me up. So that is that. So karmas are there, upasanas are there, and when the goal is reached, they will fall like petals of the flower. Then the seed will stay. That is the rule. I think it is clear. Namaste.
Dr. Kamalaji.
Namaste, Swamiji.
Namaste, namaste, namaste.
Swamiji, this is about the Purusha. There are so many Purushas, Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, Uttama Purusha. Then Purusha Suktam is there. Then Sada Purushan is there. And when we translate this Purusha into English, we don't know what word really we have to use it.
Yeah.
And how do we understand this Purusha?
When there are many meanings to a common or a word, according to that circumstance, where it comes, context, we have to take the meaning. For example, when we are talking about the common world, the society, and we are using the word Purusha, the meaning is just man. Man. And when there is a Purusha, there is a Stri, woman. That is the meaning of Purusha. That is the most common meaning. Purusha. A man. Now, when we discuss about the self and using the word Purusha, then the meaning would be Purishu Shete idi Purusha. One who is residing in the bodies. So this is the body. One who is residing in the body, he is a Purusha. Purishu Shete or Purushu Shete. Both are correct. Purushu Shete or Purishu Shete. Puri is a body. Puri is a body. So one who is residing in the body is a Purusha. Now, still more higher, we are speaking about the absolute truth, absolute reality. Then Purusha would mean Purnam Anena Sarvam Idi Purushaha. Purnam Anena Sarvam Idi Purushaha. Everything is full with him. That is, the world is filled with him. All the manifestations in this, with what all these are staying, that is Purusha. Purnam Anena Sarvam Idi Purushaha. So there are many meanings. According to the context, we have to take. And in the Sankhya terminology, there are two principles, one Purusha and Prakriti. The other is Prakriti. So there meaning of the Purusha is the immutable self. The immutable self. But they are considering Purusha as different in different bodies. Whereas in the Vedanta, Purusha is one and the same, one without a second. Take the case of Purusa Sukta. Purusa Sukta is praising that Purusha who is one without a second. It's the Virat Purusha. Consisting of all manifestations. All manifestations. And now there are, from another angle, entirely different angle, we will discuss about Kshara Purusha and Akshara Purusha. What is Kshara Purusha? Kshara Purusha is perishable. Purusha which is perishable, or who is perishable. I am saying that. Everything I am seeing around me are dying or perishing. They are with end. And there must be a base or substratum on which all these are existing. And who is that? That is Akshara Purusha. The imperishable being. Ishvara. Ishvara. But Ishvara also is a relative term. Because one who is controlling is Ishvara. So there must be something to be controlled. If that also is there, he will not be called as Ishvara. King without a country, no. Father without a child, no. When we say he's a father, invariably there is a child, son or daughter. In the same way, Ishvara is controller. So there is something to be controlled. That is in the manifestation is there. So what is above that? Uttama puruṣastvanya paramatmetyudahritaḥ. So he is above this Kshara and Akshara. That is Uttamaha or Paramatma, Purushottamaha. So there are many levels, and according to the context, we have to take the main. This is the answer. Namaste.
Swamiji, Sakshi Purusha and Akshara Purusha, can we just take it as the same?
See, I am saying I am here and I am talking. And even when I am talking, there is an entity within who is observing all this. So he is Sakshi. In the individual level, there is a Sakshi. And in the macrocosmic level, there is a Sakshi and he is Ishvara. But there must be something to see or something to be seen. So the absolute is above even that. So we cannot call the absolute a Sakshi. Sakshi is a witness. So he must see something. There must be something to be seen. Huh? Anything more? Otherwise, we can conclude today. If anything to be asked, you can ask. So I think now we will conclude today, and next week we can continue. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pasye Makshabhiryajatra Sthirairangai Stushtovam Sastanobhir Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vridhashrabaha Swastina Posha Vishwavedaha Swastina Starksho Arishtaneme Swastina Brihaspati Dadhado Om Shanti 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 Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.